Hello, Bison Band. Today we're going to be using what we learned in level 1 about identifying key signatures to build scales. And scales, as I mentioned in the key signature exercises, scales are the collection of notes that we use to play a song. So the key signature that a composer gives you tells you what scale you're going to use. And I'm going to show you how to build those today. Make sure you read carefully your instructions. We're going to be building a scale with one sharp that's called the key of G, one flat that's going to be the key of F, or no sharps or flats, that will be the key of C. We're going to build 50 scales, and we're going to have 10 or fewer errors allowed. Let's go ahead and get started. Now, because I read carefully my instructions, I remember that my scale that's in the key of F has one flat. And that's important because I'm going to have to add that flat separately as I build my scale. Now, a scale is a group of notes from a starting note to a note of the same note name, just a higher version. In this case, I'm going from F, and I'll build notes all the way until I get to the higher F. So I start on F, and because I know I have one flat in my key signature, my flat is B flat, and so when I get to B, I'm going to have to do something special. So here's F, I'm going to add G, I'm going to add A. Now here's where I would add B, except that I have to add a B flat. So I have to go down here, and now I'm going to add a flat note because I have a little flat sign here. When I add that, I'll see the flat sign in front of B, and then I can add the rest of my notes to my key signature after that. Now, since B flat is the only flat in this scale, I don't have to add any more flats. So I'm going to go back to the natural notes. Above B would be C, D, E, and then my top note of my scale is the same note name as my starting note. It is F, right there. Now, I'm going to start with my note C now. Now, we remember that C major here, C, the key of C, has no flats or sharps in the key signature. All of my notes are natural. So I can add my notes in order without having to use a flat or a sharp note. So I start on C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. And I have added my scale. I'm back to my F, and I remember that from the first time my F has a B flat in it, but I can add G and A as naturals, switch to my flat, switch back to my natural, C, D, E, and then F. And I just installed this one. This is my D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Now this is the one that I've been looking for. This is the last one that you're going to see today. This is G major. And G major, we remember from our instructions and from level 1, the key of G has one sharp in it. And that sharp is on our line for F. So F, I'm going to have to do something special for. But until then, I can add notes as naturals. Starting on G, A, B, C, D, E, and then I get to F right here. I have to do something special because F is my sharp. I have to add a sharp note instead. And then I go back to natural. For the last note of my scale, there is G. And that is all 3 of these scales that you will build. You need to complete 50 of those for this exercise today. Good luck. If you have questions, visit my office hours or send me an email.